Got the briefcase. Is that how he's gonna finish the story?
You're not that guy, pal.
Oh! He is! He's that guy! 1, 2, 3, oh!
Now, do you want to know how I knew it wasn't going to be 3? Because you've ruined me.
I'm sorry.
Except for red shoes. We love your red shoes.
Shoes!
You my boy, shoes! Oh, who's that?
Who is that? It's Yuna!
He's got a spray bottle.
No, I think he's just got a water bottle.
Nah, I saw the sprayer handle.
Oh yeah, sure enough. Some kind of cleaner?
You gonna set him on fire?
Not with a cleaner.
Oh no.
Oh, it's disinfectant, so it's burning his face.
God. What the hell are you doing here?
Excuse me?
He doesn't even go here. Oh!
My girlfriend's in Canada, mate. Who's behind him?
Get a fighter kiss.
No! Do it! Cash it in! Hangman's on his side! Christian doesn't pay child support. Shout out to that sign.
That sign perfectly placed in this now possibly historic moment.
Oh my God! Become the ultimate opportunist! No. What? Jim's got a point. What's going on, guys? Hey, look, it's Claudio and Pac. I'm so confused. So that's it?
What a wet fart of an ending. Okay.
We're gonna get a jump backstage. Truck explodes. Or that happens. I told you it'd be Darby.
R.I.P. Dodge Ram.
Pac just kicked the hell out of the
He
dude.
kicked that dude's head off for no reason.
Who's driving that car?
Well, I don't know, Excalibur. Who's driving a car with the white skulls on it?
Where to, Stephanie? Go ahead and break the rest of it. Oh, bounced off. There it is. Now it's breaking. Cry me a river. It's real glass.
Yeah, it's freaking take your moment, dude. You just freaking.
Dude, he's bleeding good too.
Well, I mean,
He just got in a car wreck.
A little gig, you know. It's.
I'll take it.
Well,
that was hijinks of the highest order.
Well,
okay. It was worth it for the Darby Allin car crash.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whatever time of day you're watching, dear God, did we just watch a train wreck? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whatever time of day you are watching, this is the Big Real Wrestling YouTube channel, not podcast. It is dead. Don't tell me otherwise. Guys, we're doing the reactions for none other than AEW's Full Gear 2024. We have to be specific in case we actually keep this thing going longer than a year.
In case.
So,
Lazy.
shut up, Rachel.
Shut up, Excalibur!
We're just going to kick it right off because we're having a good night of recording,
Oh,
and it is late. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what it is.
let's start the night. Let's start the night.
I don't know, man. You're the words guy. I'm just standing behind the camera.
Alex Braddock versus the English language. English language once. We started off with the Fatal 4-Way with all the tag teams. We had House of Black, Outrunners, The Acclaimed, and Private Party. With Private Party taking up the win.
This close to a 0.5.
You were that close to a 0.5, to the point that I started yelling at Rick Knox because both Bowens and Caster were legal at multiple times during this match.
Well, I think what I loved is that, like, Caster does the lay down, like, pin me, we could win this thing, and Bowens is just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and forget the camera guys in Gorilla. That definitely spoiled the private party breakup of that pin, but it's besides the point.
Now, that's look, man, if you're filming a wrestling show, you film the pin. You can see the guy coming a mile and a half away. You film the pin, so the surprise breakup looks great on camera. Cameraman 3 checking in.
So anyway, private party picks up the win. I have 0. Dylan has 1. And guess what, guys? We have scoreboards down at the bottom now.
Or to the top or to the left.
No, they're actually at the bottom. The editor confirmed they will be at the bottom.
Look at that.
For a small and nominal fee for a year, but that's besides the point. Match number 2. Maxwell Jacob Freeman versus Roderick Strong. Maxwell takes up the win. We both picked Max. I mean,
pretend to be shocked. MJF wins. It's what
we
he
knew
does.
that was going to happen. Adam Cole not hitting his music in time, doing the Jeff Hardy dance down to the ring while his friend's getting his absolute arm destroyed.
I'm choosing to believe Roddy's getting his hand broken, and Cole's like, hit the music, hit the music, hit the music. Clang. Well, I guess don't worry about it now. And then it hits. He's like, well, I got to go out now.
Oh, we got to run. Yeah, just bolts. Yeah, fun match. It was a good time. Yeah. Max picks up the win. We knew it was going to happen. So far, 1-2. 1-2. I'm going to keep saying this so that editor knows when to come in and put in the scores. Match number 3, Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White. We both picked Hangman. And surprisingly, we got Hangman? Or did Jay win?
It was Jay.
Good Lord.
Because Jay kept flashing the 5s. He's beaten him now 5 times.
That's great.
Which I thought was a beautiful piece of storytelling. Jay White, like, even though the babyface is still an asshole, and with, like, the 5 laughing in his face, it's just guns up, man. Guns up.
Yeah. Bang Bang Gang is acing everything that they're doing. Score is still 1-2 with Jay White picking the win of that one. Match number 4. Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné.
I don't want to talk about it. Next.
Man, that was a tall glass of water. That was a palate cleanser. We'll call it that.
I'll kick that back to you.
Mercedes Moné picks up the win. I'm currently sitting at 2. Dylan's sitting at 2. It's a tied ball game, folks.
Anyone's game.
Anyone's game. Match number 5, our money match. And all the comments that I have for this one is, it's the safest it could be, and that's completely okay.
Yeah. Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay.
Dude.
In what can only be described as felonious assault, drug out into 45 minutes on our television. And my God, amazing.
Yeah, we knew it was a shut up and take our money situation. And Kyle Fletcher got the win. So Dylan's in the lead.
Star-making performance.
3-2.
Star-making performance like I said it would be.
It was, in fact, a star-making performance.
Proto-star, baby. He's coming.
Danny Garcia, Jack Perry is next for the TNT title. Danny Garcia picks up the win. Actually solid. We're seeing the beginning of Red Death again. We're not seeing the dance guy, you know.
Taking a serious approach for Daniel Garcia, it's making me so happy. That GCW era Red Death, Danny Garcia just raising hell is what this company needs right now.
Absolutely. So once again, Dylan's sitting at 4. Alex is sitting at 2. Yay. Tsunatsuke Takeshita versus Ricochet. Boy, did we see how that was going to go from the jump.
But it was still really fun.
It was still a good match. I was busy catching up on drinks. So,
LOL, Takeshita wins by just taking Jaws off.
Jaw destroyer. What are we at now? 5-3? Because we both chose Takeshita.
Yeah, we'll take that. 5-3.
5-3. 5-3. Moving on to the next match. Bobby Lashley versus Swerve Strickland. This was where I started drinking water.
This was the cool down match of all cool down matches.
And
until like the last 5 or so minutes where they just went absolutely crazy on each other, going through commentary tables, kicks to the head. It was,
yeah,
I have not seen that work rate out of Lashley since TNA.
Yeah, Swerve had to get his spots in. That's all it was. But Lashley picked up the win. So now we're sitting at 6-4.
Yeah. They choked out Nana, man.
I can't count. I can count on my hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't go higher than that right now. And then last but not least, Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy, and we both picked Mox. Solid match, an amazing match. Surprisingly, Moxley did not bleed.
Moxley didn't.
Orange bled all over the floor.
He was legally red Cassidy by the time this match was over.
Legal name change.
Wild.
It was crazy. And then the end of the match. But we'll talk about that in a second. So the score at the end of the night is 7. Hey, backstage, are we up to 7? Are we losing count? We don't know yet.
Our production team's falling asleep
7 to 5? Look at the scoreboard, because the editor will know, and he'll keep track of all of this so far. The scoreboards are correct.
It's more points to less points. That's all we know. That's what we know.
You prick. Anyway, let's talk about the end of the night. You may have seen at the very beginning of the video some of our reactions to what happened at the end of the match, what fell flat, and then what kind of felt exciting.
I think, I don't know what we left in, but I said the words, what a wet fart of an ending, and then Jay White goes running up the ramp with a chair, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they're going to run away. And then Darby Allin takes the front end off of that Ram 1500 and drops a hard F-bomb, smashing the windshield of the truck, like blood coming out of his head, shoot car wreck, and is still ready to fist fight.
It is still ready to go. And then as he climbs up on the truck, that the outrunners, blood runners, death runners, we've got too many words and our teams. We need to work on it, guys. The Death Riders?
Death Riders.
That's the name of the team.
It's his New Japan theme and finisher. Come on, man.
We're going to hard edit at some point. The Death Riders, the truck that the Death Riders came in on, Darby stands on top, screams at Mox, and then starts selling the concussion that he inevitably gave himself.
Because he definitely was in a car that had no airbags.
Definitely a car with no airbags.
He scooped the front of that truck clean off.
It was off the body. There was no more front bumper on that.
I saw pieces of frame. Darby hit that thing like his life depended on it.
It was rough. But yeah, overall, takeaways. Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay can go for days, and I wouldn't mind.
I say let's just have them feud out the rest of the you know what, rest of the decade.
I was about to say, you can't say rest of the year because we've got a month and a week left.
Right, so let's go rest of the decade. How about that?
Absolutely. So
5 more years.
Full Gear, decent show. A lot of things you can fast forward through.
Mercedes.
Something we didn't talk about. Surprisingly, the Big Boom did a pretty good job. That was on the pre-show. We didn't predict it, but we kept referencing it. Big Boom, I don't even know his name.
Big
AJ?
Boom AJ, I believe?
I don't know. He's the Costco guy. The Costco! I don't know
Big
anything
Costco
about
guy did the double chunk chocolate cookie driver or whatever the hell they call it. Power Boom.
There you go. The Power Boom.
And look, like we need another Neckbeard's opinion on like, it's the stupidest thing in the world. Like, it was stupid, but it was also a really fun match.
Hey, I was entertained, and I wasn't expecting to be entertained. And then
I've seen worse wrestlers in the world, man.
The other thing we didn't talk about, Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. It's amazing how I can say that name not sober, but I can't say it sober. Anyway, their championship celebration, Mariah goes to turn on Mina. Mina ducks the bottle, kicks the bottle out of her hand, and they both go through tables, and one of those tables did not break under the 150 pounds that were being sit down on it.
Look, man.
'Twas rough to watch, but it happened.
Table number one went into business for itself.
And we are okay with it.
Sometimes.
That feud, I mean, they're both phenomenal wrestlers. It's going to be a good time. But Full Gear, all in all, Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay, John Moxley, Orange Cassidy.
I mean, that tag match up front.
The tag match was great. Personally, I would say Garcia Perry. Garcia is slowly turning into the old Garcia that we know and love.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a good time.
So, on a Costco scale, how many big booms would you give it?
Big booms for all of Full Gear?
I'm going to say, like, how many out of 5? How many big
How many out of 5? I'm saying 3 big booms. I'm saying a triple chocolate chunk cookie. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Trying to get dealt with over here?
I don't know.
Is that what we're doing now?
Are we really hitting puns at the end of this episode?
When are we not hitting puns?
You're right. Now, because Dylan's going to shoot me in the face if I don't talk about this, Dylan has won. The score is at the bottom yet again. Dylan's won this, and he did say that there will be punishments in the last episode. He personally asked for it, and with punishments on the line, he has picked up the win.
Now,
but Alex Braddock wouldn't be Alex Braddock outside of the ring if there wasn't a curveball in some form or fashion. We have back-to-back weekends
we sure
of
do.
pay-per-views, which means Alex Braddock is taking the full executive decision to combine the scores between AEW's Full Gear and WWE's War Games, and at the end of the night, whoever has the higher score will win out of the double back-to-back header pay-per-views.
So what you're telling me is, in prediction threads and in wrestling, you take losses like total crap. Got it, buddy, got it. For a good guy, you're a real jerk.
We will be hosting that live from Pro Wrestling 225's Homa show, Locked and Loaded. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to do it, but we're going to make it happen.
We'll do something.
And we may just film the punishments there. We don't know yet.
Who knows?
But, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's been a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, I am very tired. He's Dylan, cameraman 3, Gilbert. Thanks for watching, and go do whatever you go do best. I hate you.